yoga and relationships and yoga. So there's like 20,000 hamsters that are constantly yammering in my head. And the last year I've had to make a lot of big decisions, and I'm trying to make big decisions. And I often struggle with this because all these hamsters have all their different points of view and all their different opinions, and they all have really good arguments. Our mind can argue any side of any equation. So when it comes to important decisions, how do we really decide? You know, my mind makes lists of pros and cons. I can make columns all I want to, and yet I don't come out with the truth for me. So last weekend, one of my very dear friends, Melanie Salvatore August, was in town, and she's like, you know, Star Trek, she's kind of like Deanna Troi. She's super empathic and juicy and emotional and feeling. She's just full of love, and she's completely from her heart. She's so much emotional intelligence, whereas me, I'm kind of like Data or Spock, like analyzing everything and fascinating and trying to figure things out. And so being in her presence, I was reminded of the power of the heart to direct us. So when we come to our yoga practice, it's an opportunity to clear out the clutter of our minds so that we can listen to what feels right. The body and the way that we feel can give us so much information when we think about a possibility or a decision point. Do we feel good, open, spacious, loving, or do we feel constricted, closed, and limited? And when I start to consider my choice points from the point of view of how I feel, I start to get information that is not in dispute, that cannot be argued with. And so the yoga practice, when we come to our mats, it's an opportunity to anchor down into this truth of our bodies, to feel what feels right, rather than to be thinking about what feels right. And so when we're contemplating life decisions, you know, and it could be something super simple like, okay, where do I want to go to dinner? Which yoga class do I want to take? Or it might be something more profound, like, do I stay in this relationship? Do I trust this person with my heart? When we start to consider these, just take a moment to think and to feel down into your body, which feels better? What feels like your truth? So when we come to our practice this week, the physical body becomes this vehicle through which we can start to calibrate to our internal sense of what's good. That's the invitation for this week, is to practice feeling and noticing when you feel expansion and joy. My friend Mel calls this the love channel. Or when you feel constricted, limited, closed. My friend Mel would call this the fear channel. And for more information about this, check out her new book called Fierce Kindness. It's super awesome. In the meantime, practice feeling and see what information bubbles up from that source. That's that for now. See you on the mat.